Welcome, everyone. My name is Reviews for Success, aka Jonathan. Today is November 13th, 2024. Let's dive into the stock market. The stock market is something that will always get your blood pressure up. All right, let's get into it. So, first off, the market closed about 60, maybe 55% green, and 20, maybe 30% red, and about 10 to 15% zero. Yeah, so the market look pretty healthy today. This is what I call a healthy market. So ever since Trump won, there has been a rally of stocks running up. And now it seems like things are falling down. As you can see, Nvidia, the largest company in the world, is currently down. And this is a healthy sign. You don't want something to rise all the time. That's not good. It may be good money wise, but it's not healthy. All right. Let's take a look at the S&P 500. The S&P 500 closed 0.02% up. They closed at 5,985.39. NASDAQ 21K 36.16 US dollars. See, this is a pretty healthy level, zero point 0.02 and minus 0.16. The Dow closed at 43K 958.2. They were up plus 0.11 at the end of the market, which is healthy. The Nasdaq Composite declined by 50.66 points, or zero point 0.03, finishing off at a healthy pace. But yeah, like I said, this is pretty good for the stock market overall. You don't want it to rise up all the time. And now let's take a look at some of some of our economic indicators. So today's market movements were significantly influenced by the latest Consumer Price Index CPI report. Let's open that up real quick. So this right here is the US, well, this week's major US economic reports. I'll just refresh the page. And these are the important meetings for the week. Today we had the CPI meeting at 8:30, and that moved the market a little bit. So the CPI for October increased by 0.2%, aligned with economics expectations, and marked a 2.6 rise over the past year. This data suggests that inflation remains within anticipated levels, potentially paving the way for the Federal Reserve to consider an interest rate cut in its upcoming December meeting. Woo! So you guys heard that. That means that we're gonna have another interest cut meeting. The last one that we had was last week, last Thursday, and it really did not move the market as much. It moved the market just a little bit, but we'll have another interest rate cut. So that's good. That means that they want people to spend more money. All right, let's take a look at the stocks again. So the technology sector of the stock market experienced a slight downturn with the NASDAQ composite falling by zero point 0.3. Notably, NVIDIA. Let's take a look at NVIDIA real quick. NVIDIA backed Sunhound AI saw its stock plummet despite reporting strong earnings, reporting the sector's volatility. So NVIDIA had a interesting day today. So they were down. I thought NVIDIA was going to touch Well, I thought Nvidia was going to go above 150 today, but literally in the morning, they were right there. They didn't even touch 150. They just fell right down. They continued to fall, and then right here they kind of formed a little mountain, fell back down. And on the consumer side, Kava saw its shares go up through the roof when they reported earnings today. So Kava did a pretty good job with their earnings. I'm gonna open up their charts real quick so that way you all can see. So Kava had a 15% surge after posting robust earnings and raising its full year's outlook. This means that people are dining in at Kava. Y'all see that right there? So boom, 15%. That's Kava right there. Well, throughout the day when the market opened up, the shares fell. You know how the stock market is. They like to bring things up, and when things fall, when the market opens back up, they'll let things fall. But Kava did a great job for earnings. Now, for Bitcoin, they had an amazing day again. Let's open up the crypto chart. So crypto surpassed 88K. And if you guys look, Bitcoin is always on, so their charts are always moving. If you guys look right here, Bitcoin is currently at 90K. You'll see that? 90K right there. So they passed the 88K mark. I think 100,000 is in the near future. Before the year ends, matter of fact, by next week, we may see 100,000 for Bitcoin before retreating slightly to trade near 88K. This surge reflects growing investors' interest in digital assets amidst broader market uncertainties. Now, let's look at the corporate highlights. So, Rivian, an American electric truck company, their shares have been falling like a rock thrown from outer space. Rivian, I don't know what's going on, but shares of Rivian Automotive soar due to a new partnership with Volkswagen. Okay, finally some positive news about Rivian. So today, as you all can see, the market opened up and Rivian shot up. They flew up, but they have been falling. So this is the 1 day chart. If I look at the 3 month chart, you all can see their stock has been falling. And this right here is the Trump rally right here. So November, actually, they didn't even get a good Trump rally. So the Trump rally started right here. They were actually still falling, even though Trump won. But this morning, they actually had a good, decent rally after Volkswagen purchased them, potentially valued at 5.8 billion. That's a lot of money, guys. All right. Now, Spirit, in contrast, Spirit Airlines stock plummeted nearly 60%. When it comes down to Spirit, I always hear bad news. Like, am I wrong about that, guys? Like every time I hear about Spirit, something bad. Look at that. So today, this is the 3 month chart, by the way. I'll open up the 5 day chart so we can get a better view. So today was actually this right here is Tuesday. The market closed at 4, and literally as the market closed, their shares fell. Wow, Wall Street did that. That's crazy. And today they barely moved up. They moved up just a tiny bit. Right here, as you all can see, the market opened up at 9:30. The shares rose only like $3 or $5. That's nothing compared to this 60% fall right here. And look, they just consolidated throughout the day, which is not good. But they fell because they have bankruptcy concerns following failed merger talks with Frontier Group Holdings. Oh my, they got to get that together. So now let's take a look at the Federal Reserve outlook. So the alignment of the CPI data with expectations strengthens case for the Federal Reserve to implement a third interest rate cut this year, and such a move would support the job market and keep inflation in check. Investors are keenly awaiting for Fed's December meeting for further guidance on monetary policies. I'll open up the economic calendar again so that way we can see when that meeting will happen. But in conclusion, in summary, today's market activity reflected a cautious optimism among investors by stable inflation data and prospect for further monetary easing. However, sector-specific developments and corporate earnings continue to introduce volatility, underscoring the importance of a diversified investment approach. So we're in December right now, and they said that the meeting will happen. Actually, we're in November. The meeting will happen in December. So they're not showing me anything on December right here. Well, I guess we'll have to wait to find out. But yeah, guys, that's what this day's stock market looks like. And let me know in the comments, how do you all feel about the stock market? Is it going to rally again? Because I feel like around the time Trump gets inaugurated, I know there's going to be a lot of stocks moving up, like Tesla. That's what I'm assuming. And for the most part, everything looks pretty healthy. I'm glad things are not just rallying up every day like how it was last week. But thank you all for tuning in. I'm Reviews for Success. I appreciate the encouragement. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and leave your feedback down below. And I will see you all in the next video. And take care. By the way, I am not a financial professional. I'm just a guy with knowledge on stocks and investing. All right, take care.